ça se voit pas que je porte du vert et du jaune. Ah, ça y est, il est sorti. Nouvel épisode de Thundersides. On va enfin savoir ce que Thomas a fait. Thomas. Moi je pense que le mieux ça aurait été qu'il ait prévenu les fiancés qu'il avait un rendez-vous. Il est allé au rendez-vous pour après aller au mariage. Comme ça tu fais les deux en même temps. J'aime pas devoir choisir. Quand tu choisis quelque chose, ça veut dire que tu abandonnes l'autre et du coup t'as toujours ce sentiment de culpabilité. Peu importe ce que tu fais. J'espère qu'on va voir Rémus. J'adore Rémus. J'ai toujours eu ce petit côté, une imagination morbide. Mais j'avais jamais pris ça mal parce que je me suis dit, oh, c'est les deux faces d'une même pièce, ça reste une imagination quoi. Et puis comment veux-tu écrire une histoire si t'as pas une imagination morbide? Dans une histoire en général, il y a un méchant. Entre guillemets. Moi je pense pas que les dark sides soient méchants. Ça dépend comment on s'approprie ce qu'ils font. Je vais prendre ma peluche Steven. Énormément de Rémus dans Steven Universe. Juste avant que Steven devienne un monstre, il était là... J'ai des idées horribles. En fait, je suis un monstre. Je suis pas le gentil enfant que vous pensiez que j'étais. Et en fait, il avait eu tellement peur de son côté Rémus. Alors que bon, peut pas être 100% gentil. C'est pour ça que je trouvais qu'il y avait pas mal de Thomas Sanders dans Steven. Autant au début que à la fin. Donc, je suis contente de voir qu'on a vraiment un Steven Universe dans notre vraie vie. Il s'appelle Thomas Sanders. Ça rime en plus. Bon, allez, j'arrête de parler maintenant, je reviens dans la vidéo. Putting others first. Selfishness, selflessness. Oh, j'arrive même pas à lire. 51 minutes. Y'a pas de sous-titres, c'est pas grave. Faudrait qu'un jour que j'aide à faire les sous-titres en français. On dirait Undertale. Crushed. Oh no! Oh, I don't like it.
Friends, Patton. Wait, you're talking about friendly hugging your friends? No! Thomas, you should never... I mean, I'm surprised that you would say something like that about your friends. I always thought that when it came to the wedding was a total bust. It was? It's just that going didn't pay off quite like we discussed. You mustn't think that going to a wedding to someone you might feel they just watched as his bride ran away. Forget. I'm saying if my one interaction with them was any indication, they obviously wouldn't have cared if I wasn't there at all. We should start looking into ways to predict the future. No. Very good. What I'm saying is,
I wish.
Out of nowhere, they fill your apartment with feral cats, and now you're somehow responsible for the vet bills? You've got to give them away, but despite your cat allergy...
What happened to you?
Foresight means thinking about every possibility. Talking to them about it could have been harmful.
Demande à Garnet.
Whatever happened to karma, you know? You do something good, good stuff happens to you.
Demande à JR.
Karma is a very fair person.
No it isn't. Patton est genre ultra frustré. I have no idea why.
I mean, sure, it does sound very jolly.
Il s'attendait à un gros truc. Je ressens tellement ça, genre à chaque fois que je fais l'effort d'aller quelque part, je me dis que ça va changer ma vie parce que moi j'aurais galéré pour y aller. Et puis au final, tu rentres chez toi et t'es là. Non, c'était une journée en somme tout à fait normale.
I understand now that I have been a little much the mayor of Munchkinland. I don't want to make you think you're some stupid, dirty, rotten, filthy, silly, Billy, no good for nothing, white, rat, scoundrel bitch. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. I'm done. So, yeah, you are a good fella. But not every good fella gets a big award. Only Joe Pesci. A bagel? What? No. Maybe. No.
Ok, c'est Patton. Je sais pas qui fait les animatiques, mais damn! Comme si la vie était un énorme jeu. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Like, you're such a dad that it's too much to handle sometimes. Anyway, yay, it's on sale for about, I don't know, as much as a hot dog is worth. Patton, that's how much you get when you retire. Leslie Odom Jr. What? Why Leslie? I need backstory for this. What happened?
And I really, really want this farmer game.
Yeah, you do. You woke up at 6 a.m. dull to go and get it. 6 a.m. dull? Do you mean sharp? No, that's really early for you. So you weren't quite able to get it. Even though he didn't say thank you, he doesn't have to. Just like you didn't have to get him a hot dog. I feel like you kind of do, though. Maybe. You don't need the new frog.
Ah ouais, mais là...
Mamma mia! Jesus Christ, superstar! What is that?
It's just me, Logan. I've taken this form because I didn't want to be too invasive.
You very much did not succeed. What you doing, Logan?
Well, determining what feels right or wrong for you isn't really my area of expertise. Seeing how there's not much left at stake at this juncture, and that regret, unfortunately, is a process that can't be expedited. And yes,
non, là, ça devient trop bizarre. Non, Patton est trop bizarre.
I'm just kidding. Roman, you shouldn't push people's buttons. Enough joking around, Roman. Cause he thanked me?
Logan qui est là.
I mean, it's Frogger we're talking about. Like, it's not like Kingdom Hearts. Yeah!
Oui, mais donc, du coup, vu que tout le monde ne va pas s'y mettre, toi, à chaque fois que tu fais quelque chose et c'est pour toi, tu te sens coupable.
You literally said the opposite to Deceit when we were back in the courtroom. Yeah! I did. But we all agree.
Tout le monde qui est là, oui!
What do you think? Oh, well... I think we all
ok, il y a quelque chose de bizarre avec Patton.
I don't know how much it matters why you do something. So, like, say a very handsome prince. Who's the prince? I don't know. Leslie Odom Jr. Oh, well, from the clutches of the stew-bellied tyrant who is currently occupied.
This is so cool.
You don't know if it's a good thing that everyone was saved? Wow, Patton, way to be a side.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a voulu dire? What the fuck?
Because it made them feel good, then no one would argue that they aren't a good person. Well,
J'arrive pas à lire, à écouter en même temps.
But I mean, your morality, you're the guy who makes that call, so why do we do it? Well, you don't.
Touché.
How do we know it's the right thing to do? You just... No. Okay. It all comes back to empathy. Humans understand each other. Feels good and what causes pain. What if you can only save the large group of people by hurting another innocent person?
Oh, this is a good place scenario. I like it. Moi je connais ça, je connais même d'autres versions ultra dérangeants. En plus après on rajoute le ratio, tu connais cette personne elle fait ça dans la vie alors que cette personne elle fait ça. Ah,
It's never okay to hurt an innocent person. So that rule trumps the other rule. Roman! You know we don't like to use the T word in this house. Oh, sorry. So, the rule about...
Ça m'a pris du temps pour comprendre.
Terrible tragedy that you couldn't do anything about. But you could have done something. You could have redirected the train. But that... something wasn't an okay thing to do. You don't let the train hit the group of people because you think they deserve to get hit more than the one person. Oh my god. You really cut the tension there. You okay? Oh yeah, I'm great. I would say putting more good into the world. I wish that was a more satisfying answer, but it just isn't. That's not what
Nietzsche famously rejected the notion that pity was a virtue. He once claimed that pity runs counter to the instinct
See, that mustache though.
to serve and enhance the value of life. So Thomas is...
Well, you can't exactly learn how to care about others from a book, can you?
Okay, that was terrifying.
I don't really agree with the mustache meister either. He does have a super duper unique mustache. The blame falls to me. If you're missing that do-gooder drive, I think it's because I'm in the driver's seat.
Is he going to erase himself? No, that's not good in so many ways.
That is the stupidest thing you have ever said. The only thing I'm feeling right now is guilt over the things that do motivate me. Gosh, I'm sorry about whatever I said to make you feel that way.
It's not, Patton, it's not morality, it's guiltiness.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Worse than what?
It's guiltiness!
Hypoxia symptoms can include an inability to communicate, confusion, unconsciousness, and possible death.
3 out of 4 of those are normal for me. Do I have hypoxia right now? Of course I wouldn't say that. I've agreed in the past that Thomas should take the time to make sure he's doing okay and to temporarily put himself first.
You would do in a difficult situation without legitimately knowing how you would behave when your instincts take over. In theory, you believe Thomas can and should take some time to care for himself. Pleasurable activities stimulate the production of neurochemicals, which can then improve one's physical health. Leisure is something that Thomas needs more of in his life in order to feel like he has a life. And Patton is essentially suggesting that Thomas isn't being as good of a person as he'd like him to be if he doesn't sacrifice his life for others.
Whoa! That is not what I said.
No, is it not? Please, correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
So if it was between Thomas's life or another's, you don't think Thomas should give his life up?
Whoa,
Oh, and this other person is an innocent little lamb.
Okay,
Or how about a group of innocents?
I don't actually, I would like to know, what should Thomas do in that kind of situation? I don't... Maybe... It's okay, please, calm down.
Lily Patton.
So that others...
Hey, he turns into a monster. He's a fucking Steven Universe.
Thomas's life, or Lee and Mary Louise.
Oh, that's bad, dude.
It's up to you.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
This isn't working. You'll need a sharp side to cut through all this bull. Frog. A sort of subterfuge specialist. The Lord of the Lies. I'm happy to oblige. Reptilian rapscallion! Reptilian rapscallion! We've got a code yellow! Deceit! What have you done with Logan? Nothing at all, and I resent the question. Hold on! What are you talking about, Deceit? Who's misleading who? Patton is misleading you.
Ok, alors, pour moi, Logan a clairement invoqué Deceit. Il a fait, attendez, je vais aller chercher de l'aide. And that's so cool. Je préfère Remus, mais Logan, you're a peach.
So, I tried to share my thoughts in a softer way. Right, because making Thomas feel inadequate for not dying in someone else's stead isn't tough at all.
Ooh.
Doesn't change your intentions. It just disguises them.
Ooh.
Right, I don't want Thomas to croak. That's my job.
You know, sacrificing yourself. On disait que Remus était très puissant et très mauvais pour Thomas parce qu'il se servait beaucoup de la religion. Et là, yeesh, tu dois te sacrifier. Martyrdom, je sais pas comment dire. C'est très clairement un petit peu sous-entendu religieux quand même.
If the situation was that serious, then sure, he can focus entirely on himself. But does he deserve it? I don't know.
Oh, that's like, I have privilege, and I know it.
Well, I don't know if I can believe whatever you tell me.
Ouf, ça va faire mal.
Treating yourself is something that you can...
Oh, il a pas tiré sur Deceit, il a tiré sur Thomas.
You can take anything too far, Patton. You've taken things too far. The plane is going down. You need to give Thomas some room to breathe.
Oh, Thomas mental health. Oh no.
We can still beat him. We've beaten him before. Ow. Sorry, I have not looked in this direction the whole time. He's just trying to build up a false confidence in you so that you can plummet to even greater depths. That does sound like a very funny, wholesome prank, but no, I mean it. The idea is that you need not reach for your oxygen mask unless the plane is crashing. Mental health management is a little more like training to be a lifeguard. You have to spend time practicing and preparing and building up your strengths so that when you're inevitably faced with an emergency, you're better equipped to handle it.
Wait, but you just used a job that's all about helping others as a metaphor for me putting myself first.
Yeah, Joy! I realized that before you brought it up. Just as a...
Defeat. La face de la même pièce de...
I'm sure you realize a metaphor someone... I mean, even though that move only benefits you in that instant, it ultimately makes you a more helpful party member.
Well, Logan, Peter Singer is an Australian philosopher and activist. Incredibly altruistic is not effective altruism because that money won't go very far, and the act would only harm that person's already unacceptable standard of living. Fellow effective altruist...
Emphasis on the sometimes, though, right? We should still try to help those in need. Whatever, sure, if that's your thing. I mean, totally, yes, of course. Mental health should be regarded with the same life-or-death attitude as physical health. You've been taught to...
That's not deceitful at all to say that. Anyway, that's interesting. To put that in his mouth.
But you were also taught that Christopher Columbus was a pretty cool guy. A lot of your education was... Of course, forgive the pause. So what? We're supposed to do a complete three? You're not Fogan anymore. That's faux Logan. If you're too slogan, you're right. So, why don't we move on to something we're both familiar with, Roman? Thomas lost a huge opportunity and a good amount of mental health points in the name of being there for his friends. And look, it served no one. Lee and Mary Lee seem to have appreciated Thomas showing face as much as they would have appreciated any other guest's attendance. So if they gained nothing, and we lost something, then it was a net loss.
Why now?
You need to unlearn that selfish is a dirty word. And for your sake, you need to start practicing a little more selfishness. In moderation, as all things should be. Well, almost all things.
What do you mean by almost all things?
You're right. We wouldn't want to plant too many trees. Just think of all the CO2 that might be absorbed. Huh?
You got me there.
Well, when is it enough?
Trees?
No, selfishness! How long must we act selfishly until Thomas is ready to start putting more good into the world? We can't trust him. He's asking us to go back on things we've known for years. Rights and wrongs. Shoulds and shouldn'ts.
Where is Virgil? He's like anxious as fuck. And Virgil's in even... Where is he?
But here's a start. My name. My name is Janice. Janice? What are you, a middle school librarian? It's a stupid name. Oh, Roman, thank God you don't have a mustache. Otherwise, between you and Remus, I would know who the evil twin is.
Ooh! That hurts, no.
I thought I was your hero. You are. Wow. I can't believe this. Did you forget that he's evil? You're not. Or you're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be good. You can't. Roman. Everything's gonna be okay, kiddo. We love you. Right?
Well, shit.
Do you think there's a limit on how many times someone can say sorry before you have to admit that they're just bad for you? The reality is that it depends.
On what? Where to start? How many things have they had to apologize for? How frequently do they have to apologize for things? How terrible were the things that they did? I guess I know who I need to apologize to. I'm so sorry, Leslie.
It's okay. Just hope today we all learned not
Oh
Thank you,
shit!
Leslie. Yes, Leslie Odom Jr., everyone. Thank you. Yes. When you were younger, pointing you in the right direction was a little easier. Those examples I gave earlier, don't kill, don't steal, they're not really difficult conclusions to come to. Even those can get kind of complicated. I don't want to think about that. But maybe that proves my point. A more mature person comes with more mature moral questions. Like I told you before, sometimes I don't know the way. I learned the hard way that giving too simple of answers to complicated questions can do more harm than good. So, I'm sorry. Again, it's okay, Patton. I know you'll do anything you can to make things right. Thanks for trusting me, still, kiddo. I think I understand now what it means. Deceit being here as a part of me. Oh. Yeah? Oh, yeah, that's cool. Talk about me like I'm not here. Yeah. Everyone has a capacity for deceit, including me. And all that means is I'm not perfect. Just like anyone else. And those imperfections don't make you any less worthy of love. So, I suppose now we begin compiling a list of people we need to nudge down a flight of stairs until they hold another round of callbacks. Oh my gosh, no. Relax, I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. I don't want to be stuck with an evil snake boy. You're not stuck with an evil snake boy. You're just stuck with a snake boy. Oh, brother. But seriously, using a mobile game to hide from your sadness and regret at the wedding doesn't count as leisure time. You're right. I'm sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear you. You're right. Yes! It feels so good! Love constant dilemmas, so please, keep overthinking everything. Yeah, I do need to work on that. You shouldn't beat yourself up over what you can't do. Or what you haven't done before. It doesn't help anyone.
C'est vraiment un bon message à passer, surtout maintenant.
Treat yourself the way you would treat someone who has endlessly labored to give you a better life. Or who has always helped you to remain on your feet through the toughest, most emotionally challenging periods of your life. Try to find your balance between doing good for others and doing good for yourself, because finding a universally correct balance between the two is impossible. So just trust yourself. Until next time, take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Peace out. No worries. It wasn't so much the yelling as it was people at my door.
Oh my gosh, I love you. So this is like what you do for a living? Comedy?
Yeah, I'm a hack.
Well, are you busy? We could just leave these with you.
Oh, no, I was just playing Kingdom Hearts, a game that really centers around the concept of friendship. Would you care to join me?
Why would you even ask us that?
What about us showing up at your door with a bunch of brunch and some booze juice makes you think that we enjoy your company?
Cool, come in. We can also do something else if you don't want to play video games. Guess I was wrong about everything. You and I both know that's not true. Do what he can do.
What is up, everybody?
It's scary, but I feel okay. Okay. Gosh.
Adorable! Ah! That was fun, even though it was scary as hell. Mais je pense que Virgil, au final, il était dispersé un peu partout. Mais du coup, c'est un petit peu bizarre de dire de Deceit Kid. Il avait raison, parce que l'intérêt de Deceit, c'est de dire un mensonge. Donc, est-ce que c'est pas un paradoxe? Je sais pas, je dis ça en rigolant, parce qu'au final, c'est, comme d'habitude, super bien fait, et super bien expliqué, et super bien arrangé. J'adore les vidéos de Sundersize. Et c'est cool. C'est cool. Oh! Ils vont me manquer, j'ai hâte de les revoir. J'ai hâte de voir comment Thomas s'en sort avec cette nouvelle législation. En attendant, j'espère qu'il va bien. Et j'espère que vous allez tous bien. Et on se dit à la prochaine.